Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today we're going over cigar accessories. And the reason we're doing that is because DGHOPE sent me these digital cigar humidity tester reader Humidor gray. So they sent me two, one for me and one to do a giveaway, because obviously they watch the channel and they know I do a giveaway. Let's test these out. I have not even taken these out of the box yet to kind of even see if I need to do anything before I actually recorded this video, but there's a user manual. So let's see if there's anything that I have to do first. Okay, pretty easy to follow instructions. The one thing I might be concerned about is that it's rechargeable. So speaking of chargeable, here's the wire. Let's see if there's enough batteries to check this out. Comes in a nice little brown leather pouch, a little brush. I think it's to clean after use. All right, it is on. Okay, so if you click on it at one time, it lights up and it tells you the ambient temperature and humidity currently. So right now in my house, it's 62 degrees and 44% humidity. The battery is fully charged, so that's good. Okay, so to test a cigar, and I have different levels of cigar. So I had this cigar outside of my humidor for about a week. And I have 3 cigars in here. Pelican case in a plastic bag, inside another plastic bag. Of course it's black so you can't see, but inside here is a Boveda pack with 3 cigars. So let me test maybe the one that's out here. So I'm guessing, because ambient humidity is 45, I'm gonna guess this is gonna be closer to around 50 humidity. Make sure I do this right. Stay. It does say just to leave it on there for a couple seconds, not to do it more than 10 seconds. There is an email and everything if you need customer service, so that's good right in the packaging. Okay, you remove the little safety cover, which is also a cigar holder. Look at that. It would have stayed if I just did that. The prongs are right there. It's like 3 little pokey things, prongs. I'm gonna light it up, stick it in here. Okay, went in pretty easy. Okay, it's kind of reading back 438. Okay. Lower than I thought. I don't know if I'm supposed to clean it with this little brushy thing. Okay, I got these 3. Boveda pack still good, 69. Nice and juicy still. Okay, let's see. Okay, now it's 45% ambient humidity. Okay, it's a little hard. I'm not sure it's gonna be 69. Oh, okay, not too bad. 63. It actually seems harder than I would think. But okay, so 63. So you gotta make sure you press it to light up for it to work, because it wasn't doing anything until I pressed it up to light up, and that's what it actually says on the directions. I'm gonna guess all 3 there's gonna be similar. So so what I wanted to do was kind of go back and forth a little bit. So let me go put back the dry one. Okay, so you can see, because I'm not even sure if I showed you, but so you got like a 42. Let's go on lower, 45. Okay, I'll go do this Buffalo Trace one. Okay. 63. Kind of working like it should. Cleaning it every time. My little brusher. It does say clean after use. I don't know if that's how to clean it, but we put the dry one back on here, kind of see. Back to down to the 40. Continues to be very dry. Got this bourbon on the bank cigar. And again, 63. So you know what? That kind of worked out how I was thinking. All right, now I got just cigars everywhere. So let's see. This one I smashed up a little bit more because I did it, but look, not too bad after poking it a bunch of times. So it did work, basically how I thought it was gonna work. Pretty easy and simple to function. So it works, you know, they all read right around the same. 63, I think, for all 3 of them. They're all in the same environment, so that makes sense. The dry one was much drier than them, so it did what it's supposed to do. And so that's a way to test your cigar's humidity, and it's rechargeable and everything. This is something I actually looked into buying about a year ago, but they are pretty pricey, so I didn't buy it. Now, you can win one today, and we'll do the giveaway in a little bit, but if you wanna buy one and save 15%, there'll be a link in the description to save 15% off with the code. It's on Amazon, so you just gotta put the code at the end, like in your cart. There's a little area to put in discount code. So make sure you put the discount code. It's probably on the screen now. I think it's like Carlos G15 or something like that. If not, it's on the screen. It's gonna be descriptions. If you wanna buy one of these, we'll get 15% off. It's on Amazon. I'm sure most of you guys shop on Amazon already. So you can go pick it up. But if you wanna enter to try to win one, let's do a giveaway now in case you wanna bounce. If you're here just for the giveaway, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with DGHOPE 15, because you can save 15% off if you do the discount code. So DGHOPE 15, all one word with numbers. It's on the screen right now. So that's how you enter to win the other one, and I'll mail that out to the winner. All right, so that's one accessory. It's brand new to me. Actually, it's been sitting here for a little bit and I haven't got to it. I'm happy it worked because I was really concerned I was gonna start this video. It's gonna be like, oh, you need a calibrator or something, but it worked and I'm happy with it. So something, if you're really into making sure your cigar's humidity is correct, I would, you know, recommend this product all day. It is something that's a little bit more pricey for sure. And I wouldn't, you know, recommend it really for a newer person unless you just want to know and you don't care about money so much. But I will be using this more often. All right, let's get into other accessories that are related to cigar, right? The whole video is like, is this junk? Is it good? You know, who knew what that humidity tester was gonna be? It could have been junk, who knows? That was my first time using it, so 100% could have been junk, but it works. So I'm very, very happy. You know, I never want to shit on things that people send to me, but I have in the past. Hey, so let me just jump in real quick. I was editing and realized I missed something that was junk and I need to talk about it. And I called something the wrong thing, so I want to clarify that a little bit. But first, let's talk about another thing that is more for the golfers out there. And this is why I forgot it. I went golfing the other day and I left it in my bag. So I was testing out these two different cigar magnet holders. I'm sure there's a lot of different uses for this, but I got them specifically for golfing. Well, I got this specifically for golfing a year or two ago, and this one came in my travel case as like a little accessory to that. So I'm sure you can buy something similar to this, but while I was golfing last week, I was kind of testing them out, and this one I got on Amazon. It's called the Golf Multi-Tool Golf C Ball Markers Beer Gun. You know, they only put so many words up there. In theory, that's supposed to hold a cigar, I guess 2 different sizes of cigars. That part right there is so you can shotgun a beer. It's a divot tool on the bottom. It's got a magnet on this side. The one thing I really liked about this is that I usually have my cigar in my mouth when I go up to tee, and you know, I could stick this in the ground and just keep the cigar off the ground, and that's why I really liked it. However, this thing smashes a cigar. So, you know, back to using this as my example for everything in this video. To get in here, look at that. I'm gonna have to squeeze. And look, I don't know if you could see how smashed, let me see, how smashed that is to hold it. It's very tight. It is pinching it basically, and it still comes out. Actually, you can see the markings now. See? From putting it in there. So it's too tight for a regular size cigar. This isn't very useful. Now this one, it moves. It's rubber. It's got a strong magnet, which you'll see. I gotta do like a little video, but this can just squeeze onto any cigar. It's on there tight, and it can be, you know, for a lot of different gauges. So this one actually worked out a lot better than I thought. You know, while I was on the cart, I did a little magnet test. There we go. This one, tight, very loose. Look, I can slide it because it's that loose. That, and it fell. Junk. And as you can see, this is just junk. This, I would not recommend this. Now, I know this is a kind of a knockoff version. Because I guess this video, I've seen some ads on Facebook for something, I think from the actual brand, but this one I got off Amazon is hunk of junk. So don't waste your money on this thing. If you see this, I would recommend this one. This one actually worked out way better than expectations. Also, in a couple minutes, you're gonna see me talking about these little pokers, and I keep calling them pokers, but the difference between these that come in the crazy lighters with a bunch of different tools, which again, you'll see in a couple minutes. I kept calling these a poker, but these are actually draw tools, as opposed to this is a poker where it's completely flat. Now you can use these as pokers, but the reason this is a draw tool, if you see those little indents, if your cigar has a tight draw, you can use that to pull out. So again, let's go back to this cigar. So say you're smoking this, it's a tight draw. You could put it right into the side that is cut that you're smoking from, and you're basically drawing out some of the inside. So you can kind of see it inside the little grooves there. And that's supposed to open it up, make it easier to smoke. And that's a draw tool. So the fact that these lighters have the draw tool is also, it's a pretty good thing. It's good to have one around. And you'll see in a couple minutes, I call these pokers. But anyways, back to the video. So let's talk about lighters, because let me tell you, there's a lot of lighters out there. Okay, here's a bunch of lighters, and these are all, you know, butane jet lighters. And I bet you the only one that probably works right now is this one, the cheapest one up here. A lot of these are multi-functioning. So this one right here, I just opened it up because sometimes I can't figure it out, but it's a V cutter as well as a lighter. It also has a punch on the bottom. It's got an adjustment. They're all gonna have adjustments for the actual lighter. Let's see if it works. And it doesn't work. That is the problem with a lot of these fancier lighters. They almost work not that long. So I do have a tool that hopefully kind of fixes this, but we're gonna find out. But let's kind of look at some of these other lighters real quick. This one is just okay, this one works. Three jets. This one is also, this is not a multi-tool one, it's just a different shape. I like this one specifically because if I put this into my travel case, it basically goes into where like a cigar would go. It's the same size as basically a Robusto size cigar. It takes up a cigar spot, but it fits fine. Even if you're doing a Pelican case, obviously I used to use Pelican cases all the time. This is the one I use now almost all the time. It's almost always gonna work. It's easy to refill. It's one jet, so it doesn't use a butane as much. And these are cheap, and you can buy like a 5-pack on Amazon for not a lot of money. So these are actually one of my favorites. I just not the biggest fan of the shape because it takes up a lot of space when you're traveling, but you can throw it in your pocket. Another cigar shaped one, I guess. It does have a punch on the bottom. It opens up. I'm guessing this is a stand. Yep, a stand and a mirror. Look at yourselves. A little cigar stand, and the inside is a poker, which we're going to talk about pokers in a little bit, but this is a cigar stabber, poker, whatever you want to call it. So this basically has everything you would need all in one. I do like that. Always a problem. They don't work. The lighter part doesn't work after a while. After like a couple uses. This is the biggest problem with these. Okay, here's another one. This has a V-cut built in. Again, not working. This is a one jet. So there's that. Okay, then we have another one that's gonna be just like this one. It's actually the same brand, the Xfaya. So it's got a stand, it's got a poker. On the bottom, it has a punch cut. Will this light up? Yes, this one does work. Also a 3-jet lighter, you get 1 to 4 basically. I haven't seen any 5. You guys have a 5-jet lighter? So what I see all the time is that the more simple lighters tend to work more consistently than some of these other ones. But I have seen, and I haven't tried this, and it's another thing we're gonna try on camera. This is literally still taped up. First time using this, so we're gonna figure this out together, guys. But this is supposed to purge your lighters, right? So this one, let's see. This one didn't work, right? So what you're supposed to do is where you put the butane in on the bottom here, not zooming in because all my fingers for some reason, but anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. You put this in here, it does that. I don't know if I'm gonna do that again. I didn't know how much was gonna shoot out like that. That was crazy. Okay, this one also didn't work. So let's see if I get this on camera. That'd be crazy if it works. Oh, this one didn't have as much. You can kind of hear it getting all the air out. And that's the whole thing that's like causing the problem with this. Okay, let's see if this one's gonna explode like that first one. Nothing. This one just doesn't have anything. Okay, we're gonna have to go back to that one. Okay, this one did work. This one didn't work. Okay, let's see. Oh, this one doesn't have anything either. Maybe it just needs butane. We'll find out. We're gonna put butane in all of these and try them all again. That's what I wanted to try to do. So this one works. This one worked. This was the one that had the most. Still some. Of course, the one that really went crazy. Okay, that did work for what it needed to do. Now, obviously another accessory is butane. I'm just gonna put butane, and if you haven't ever done this, these are super cheap. There's a bunch of different ones on Amazon, like 11 times. There's all kinds of different times premium butane. I've tried all different types of brands. I know some people are very loyal to certain ones. Okay, this one's good. Okay, so on the top, there's little attachments. Okay, let's see if this works any better. Okay, perfect. Worked like a charm. So sometimes you just gotta get the right attachment. All right, I don't know how much of that I'm gonna leave in. There was just chaos trying to fill these back up. After purging some of these and refilling them with butane. Okay, yeah, okay, so this one works. Mr. Reliable works. Now the tricky one. No, oh, there we go. And this is a flat one. Oh, this is a single one. Kind of looks like a little lightsaber. Works. 3 works. This is the one that doesn't seem to be wanting to work. So this one would be my trash pile. All these other ones were able to be fixed and working. Maybe get yourself one of these cigar prop. Let's see, I'm sure I got this on Amazon. Cigar prop lighter bleed. And I got this recently. I just wanted to see kind of like how it worked and everything. And because I have a bunch more lighters as well that are these fancier lighters that stop working after a couple times. And I know this is a common thing in the cigar world. That's why they have to make stuff like this. If you have a couple of nice lighters, they're just not working, get one of these things to bleed. I know there's other ways to get your lighters to bleed out your lighters, but it's a cool little tool that works. So that's what we're testing out today. What actually works. And because we talked about it in some of the lighters, they had the little pokey tools. And this is not really like a junk type thing. This is just like an accessory thing. I've never actually bought one specifically, but this is one that I was gifted. And it's fancy, it's ornate. There's a lot of different ones, and it has like the little protecting thing. Of course, it just wants to be focused on my face so you don't stick yourself, because it is very sharp. This is what you use when you have such a small little left of your cigar and it's starting to burn your fingers. You can poke it and use this. Do I use it a lot? No, but I use it once in a while. But it's just another accessory to have, and you can definitely get them personalized. There's all different types of fancier looking ones and everything. So just a little poker. We also have cigar glue, and this I have to use more than I would like to, right? So you use this. This is PSS Conic glue rolling blah 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 cigar wrappers. So if your cigar starts, of course this cigar is not ripping, but if it starts like tearing up a little bit, starts cracking, actually let's see if I can peel this a little bit. It starts to crack like this, right? And you're like, oh, that's crappy. It's like nail polish. You just kind of, let's see if I can do this backwards for you guys. No. Let's see. Hold it. I messed this one up too much. Hold on. I will glue you on too. You better calm down. Okay, so let's see. Where's the crack? The crack is right there, and you kind of just glue it on. And this is the same kind of stuff that they use for the top, your cap. See, look, all better. You can't even see that it's cracked there. And then you can smoke it without it like falling apart on you. So I do like this because it just kind of helps you out during the process of smoking. These aren't that expensive. It does work. Have I used like spit in the past and stuff like that? Sure. Stop the saliva. Funny as I say that. But I also picked this up on Amazon. It's just another thing that I have around in case the cigar starts exploding and the wrapper starts breaking up and everything like that. So it's just another cigar accessory to have around that I do recommend. They're not too expensive, but having one little bottle like this around, you use it once in a while. It kind of helps you fix a cigar problem that you don't want to have. What else? Cutters. And unfortunately, as I was putting like all this stuff together for this video, I'm pretty sure I lost my very nice V cutter in Cambridge last week. And I just messaged my buddy to see if he had it with him, and he said no. So that's unfortunate. Something I have to also get, my keys, because on my set of keys, I have a nub. This is all beat up because I've had it for so many years, but this is an actual like nub, the brand, a nub punch. So I always have this on my keys. If anything, I can always open up a cigar. These are all like straight cutters. This one is a V cutter. Now I was gonna compare this cheap V cutter to my good V cutter, kind of show you the difference. But of course, I don't have my good V cutter, even though this kind of looks like a deep one. We'll see. Even though it's not a good lighter, but maybe we'll compare it. This is one of those very cheap cigar cutters. I'm pretty sure I got this for free with like a box of cigars, and it comes with this and probably a Pelican case. This one and probably this one too. These aren't the best, and we're gonna talk about why in a couple seconds, but I kind of want to show the difference between a V cutter. So this, you can kind of look, it's not as deep as like this one. So if you want a V cut and you don't want it deep, I guess this would be better for you. But we're gonna compare, we're gonna do a cut. So see how not that deep that is right there. Okay, so now we're gonna cut with a little bit deeper, and we'll go across it just so that, see the difference? There it is, a little bit still left from the other side. and a deep V. And you want the deeper V. That's you want the deeper V in cigars. So having a deep V cut. Now, if you prefer the smaller V, you know, it's usually on the cheaper cutters. But that I would recommend getting a deeper one. It's just a better experience, I found. Bad part with these cheap cutters is that it's just one side. Before I cut my finger, as opposed to even this one, this is also a cheap one, but it's both sides. It just makes a better cut. And this is a better one. This is the Cigar. This is the same brand that my V cutter is, but this cutter right here, it's a little bit more expensive, but man, I've had this for a little bit and these work fantastic. These are my favorite regular cutters, but I do have these scissors ones, the scissor cutters, and I love these. These are the ones I probably use the most at home. You can just really fine tune what you're doing. They're sharp, they work great. Having one of these, which I don't see too many people having these, I rarely ever see them out and about, but these are amazing cigar cutters. And obviously they're made for a cigar, they're rounded and everything. So I'd recommend these. Now, these cheaper ones, the problem with them is that they kind of smash your cigar, especially because they're not the best metal. They're not very sharp. It's not cutting, it's kind of like pushing its way through with brute force. Are they good to have like in your car as like an emergency situation? Yes. Most of these I get for free. I never buy these. I recommend you investing in a good cigar cutter. You know, this Cigar brand is a decent brand for cutters. They're a little bit more expensive, but you know, as long as you don't lose them, they're gonna last a good little while. That's cutters. What else do we got? We also got hygrometers. This is a regular hygrometer, cheap. You can find those on Amazon. You know, it tells you the temperature. They're a little bit bigger. This is brand new in the box. I don't need them anymore because the electric one. I still use these though. This is a Govee. It's number 5 because I have like 7 or I think I have 8 of these. But these Govees, they're a little bit more expensive than those, but you can track them with your phone and everything. And they're a lot smaller. So you put them in your cigar humidor. It'll tell you temperature, humidity. It actually tells you 2 other things that I don't think we really care as cigar people, because this is not just made for cigars. But the best part is you can track it on your phone, so you can kind of see. This is actually how I found out. I converted a wine fridge into a cigar humidor before, and I found out that it was spiking a lot using these Govees, because it doesn't tell you it tells you what current temperature and humidity is, but you can see how it does by, like, you know, the seconds, basically how it's doing. And that's how I figured out that Winador wasn't doing very well. So that's why I switched to my fancy ass one that's not cheap. So these Govees hygrometers, I highly recommend. They work very well. You can calibrate them and everything, and you can track them. So I highly recommend these little Govees. And I think that's about it. You know, I have a pile of ashtrays, but it's an ashtray. Like, there's not too many that are junk. So for the junk though, really it came down to the fancy ass lighters that sometimes they work, they don't work. But I found out that the cigar prop thing kind of helps fix that situation, because, you know, we always have this conversation that these nice ass lighters always don't work after a couple of uses. I think we figured out a solution for that. You know, purge them. So just take that extra step and just be wary of like the cheaper cutters that aren't going to give you the best cut. So let me know what cigar accessories you have out there that you tried over the years that are complete junk. Definitely leave in the comments, and make sure if you want to enter to win the humidity tester from DGHOPE, definitely enter in the comments, or just go to Amazon and put in the 15% discount code and go buy one. Don't look stupid, and if you do, don't get caught. Bye.